Imagine being so determined to fly that you literally build your own airplane from spare parts and sheer hope. That's the story of James Herman Banning, one of the most groundbreaking pilots you may never have heard of. James was born in 1900 in Oklahoma, and from the moment he saw a plane in the sky, he knew that's where he belonged. But in the early 20th century, flight schools refused to train him because of the color of his skin, so he taught himself. He found a pilot willing to give him lessons, worked odd jobs, and in 1926, James became the first African-American man to receive a pilot's license from the U.S. Department of Commerce. And he didn't stop there. In 1932, Banning and fellow aviator Thomas C. Allen decided that they were going to do something no black pilots had been allowed, encouraged, or funded to do: fly across the United States. They called themselves the Flying Hobos. Why? Because they didn't have any financial support. They literally relied on everyday people across the country: mechanics, store owners, farmers, whoever would help them fix their plane, and donate gas. To thank each helper, they added that person's name to the wings of their aircraft. It took them 21 days, but they did it. Banning became the first black pilot in history to complete a transcontinental flight. But here's where the story takes a tragic turn. Just months later in 1933, James was invited to fly at an air show, but he didn't have clearance to pilot the exhibition plane, so an inexperienced military pilot took over while James rode along as a passenger. That pilot attempted a dangerous maneuver he wasn't trained for, and the plane crashed. James didn't survive. He was only 32 years old. Despite all he achieved, teaching himself to fly, becoming a licensed pilot against impossible odds, and crossing an entire continent, his story was pushed aside for decades. But today, people are finally honoring his legacy. Schools, aviation programs, and museums have started lifting his name back into the spotlight, exactly where it always belonged. James Herman Banning didn't just fly, he made history, and he paved the runway for every pilot who came after him. May James rest in peace.